Today we're talking about real estate and why it's one of the most vital investments you can make for your business success. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Trilla Business. I'm your host, Samuel Romero, but everyone calls me Sammy. And welcome to Trilla Business, folks. Today where we talk about all the latest tips, tricks, and business advice for your business success. And now, real estate. Real estate, ladies and gentlemen, is another industry sector in business that you can involve yourself in. Lots of people do it, and lots of people are involved with it, especially for their own business success. You can invest in it in the stock market, I believe. You can buy a percentage of it. You can buy REITs. REITs, lots of things to do in real estate, to even owning your first single family home in America with the right credit score, the right mortgage value. Real estate, ladies and gentlemen, is the classic dad advice that's been given to millions of that very advice has been given by millions of fathers in America to their sons, and it has been even given to me by my own father. Real estate. Why is it such a big investment, big business opportunity? Not only for your own business success, but for generational wealth. And why it's one of the most important assets you can buy. A lot of reasons. Assets do two main things when you buy them. They appreciate in value and they depreciate. Now, a lot of things that you can buy in business depreciate. You can buy a watch, you can buy clothes, you can buy a lot of things. But real estate is an investment that you can make by purchasing land, by purchasing a house, by purchasing property, by purchasing a townhouse, by purchasing a multiplex. It's by purchasing all these things, folks, that allows you to be involved in the industry sector, in business, in the giant black hole, big squishy blob thing known as business. In that little blob, big blob, you can find a little industry sector called real estate. And those are the many ways that you can get yourself involved in real estate. Now, in real estate, there's lots of things to know about. There's a lot of stuff that you need to research on. The theme of these videos that I'm doing on Trilla Business, the common theme is doing your own research. Don't rely on me alone to give you all the best tips and tricks for your own business success. If you rely on just one person and one source, I'm a great source. I'm a starting source to get you onto the right path. But to be successful in business, especially in real estate, investing in real estate, being successful real estate investor and realtor, that's another industry sector that meets real estate, which is sales. You combine sales and real estate, you get realtors. You get people knocking on the door, and you get someone like me saying, "Hey, welcome to the open house. Let's take you around." Realtors are nuts, man. They're crazy. They'll go after any deal. You meet someone at the local coffee shop. You meet a guy like me, and I come to you and I say, "Hey, do you guys need more space? Let's check out Woods Avenue, right on that street. We got a great home for sale." You know, there's many ways to get involved with real estate, and that's a notable thing to say about real estate is that it's also potentially it could be a sales job for you as well, because there's a lot of sales job opportunities in real estate to invest into it and to sell it. Or sometimes you have to do both, especially if you're Mr. 10X, Grant Cardone. I talked about Dan Pena as my number one business guy, but another business guy that I love is Grant, man. Love Grant. 10X, bruh. 10X Growth Conferences, Cardone Capital, Cardone University. Thank you, Mr. Cardone. I appreciate you as a fellow titan in the industry, in many industries of business that he's involved with. And thank you also, Mr. Cardone, for showing me how to become a millionaire in 90 days. But yeah, like, if you look up Grant Cardone more specifically, if you look him up, he's a real titan and big guy. He's a big guy in real estate. So I'll refer you to him to learn more about real estate. But I'm not going to stop talking about real estate. I'm always going to talk about real estate, sales, QLA, mergers and acquisitions. Trilla Business is about all types of businesses. And in the deeper episodes that are yet to come, we're going to dive deeper into industries and industry sectors. Like real estate, we're going to talk about REITs specifically. We're going to talk about why to buy a multiplex than a condo. You know, those are the things that I look forward to doing in Trilla Business. And checking the time there, pretty good time. But like in real estate, the main premise to understand about real estate is that as the number one fatherly advice to sons it is definitely one of the greatest investments you can make for your business success, because it appreciates in value. There are things that you can buy that go down in value: clothes, shoes, cars, to even certain homes, if it's not the right house, to things that can go up in value, which is usually real estate. Real estate is what exponentially grows over the course of years, over the course of a certain period of time, over the course of year 1, year 5 to year 10. And it depends on the specific type of real estate that you buy. That always goes up in value. Now, if you buy land, that always goes up in value. Houses, property, homes, single family American homes in America usually are the ones that go down in value. If you don't buy the right home, if you don't buy the right family property, it usually does go down in value. Now, a single family home is said by the titans like Grant Cardone and other real estate titans in business, that buying a family home is one of the worst investments you can make, especially in learning business and trying to be about business. And it's undoubtedly true, unfortunately. A lot of Americans buy single family homes for the wrong reason. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a great place to raise children It is a great place to have memories, to have a home that you can call your own. But for the most part, in the financial world, the financial business world, buying a single family home is often a mistake. And it's because the single family homes depreciate over time in value. You have to have the right mortgage for it, or else your mortgage increases and you have to pay more interest on it. Then you have to pay something known as property taxes on your home. Then if you refinance your home, if you do anything that will upset and disturb the process of the home that you buy, your mortgage will increase. That's just a known fact in America. And to this day, it's still revealing that a lot of people don't know that, but that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. And I'm here to tell you the best business tips and tricks. And here's one with real estate. To increase your business success, and it's kind of similar. The reason why real estate is relevant is especially in terms of the episodes that we've made in the past, like on Monday, where we were talking about QLA. This is a form of mergers and acquisitions. Real estate. Even though you don't need a dream team to buy entire real estate, I mean, you might do need a dream team, like a group of people who are the lawyers, accountants, executives, and CEOs to be able to do big real estate deals. You might definitely need that. But a lot of the time, you can do your own real estate deals often by yourself if you have enough money, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, especially if you just get loans from the bank, and if you get what are known as small business loans and different types of specific real estate loans that I think can be given to you as an American in America by the government. I know that there's loan opportunities like that, or where you can be able to be in a position to buy a multiplex condominium or multiplex real estate property, and where you're able to buy that property with a loan that you pay back, and then you rent it out. You rent out that property that's a multiplex property to renters and people who need to live someplace, and then that's how you cover debt service that you've acquired to buy the property with the cash flow that you now have from the renters that give it to you. And then pretty soon you're paid off with your debt service that you owe to the bank, and then pretty soon now you're just making positive net income instead of covering the debt service from negative net income. That's debt. Oh, and by the way, I know you've probably heard this if you're in the business world, but it doesn't get said enough. Debt is good. Debt is good. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But certain debts are bad. If you get debt to buy a piece of property in real estate that continuously is able to cash flow, continuously is able to give you reoccurring revenue, and you use the debt and you use debt service in America to buy that piece of real estate, you, my friend, have utilized the most powerful tool in your toolbox for business success, which is debt. And everybody says, oh man, oh man, oh man, don't get involved in debt. Don't get in debt, man. Don't get in debt. Don't owe the government money, man. Don't get in debt with the IRS. Don't do that, man. Yeah, sure. And meanwhile, and not to diss anybody, but meanwhile, there's lots of people in America racking up student loans and debt, hundreds of thousands. Oh boy. No shame in that. No shame in that. I'm not a judger. I don't judge people. I don't diss people. I don't debate people. I love people, and I respect people. But yeah, that, like, usually when you look at debt, you got to be able to use it in the best way possible. That's why debt can be good and is one of the number one business tools in your toolbox for business success. And there's a lot of number one tools. Debt, I know I said a collaboration, and sales, winning friends and influencing people, sales and selling people, and being able to acquire people to your dream team, and all that. That all tools for your toolbox for business, in your business toolbox, But the punchline is, a lot of times people who are involved in real estate, they use debt to buy that real estate. That's just the truth. Most people that you're looking at with a lot of real estate, possibly with a lot of homes, with a lot of multiplexes, guess what? They used debt service from banks, from loans, to acquire those properties, to then make fortunes, make a lot of money, a lot of cash flow. And they were no smarter than you. They were in the same position as you are. So, question is, folks, what's stopping you from getting involved with real estate? What's stopping you from getting involved with sales to get a great sales job, become an AE in that position in sales, then buy the real estate you need to create another source of revenue with debt and great credit? And I could do a whole video about having great credit. You have to have great credit in this. You just have to at least have a credit score of over 700. At least in the if you're in the 700s, in the middle of the 700s, and you're continuously growing your credit by paying off your credit card, by getting involved with all the due diligence and all the steps on how to build your credit, that's a really good business tool for your business success. And I can do a whole video about credit, and I'm about to. We're gonna, But yeah, I often say, I even have a quote about credit, and what credit is literally your grade in the financial world. That's what credit is. Credit is your grade in the financial world. And it gives you access to the financial world. That's why credit is really good. If you have a 600 or lower credit score, you don't have as much access to the financial world. If you're continuously building your credit in the 700s, and you're doing what you need to do for your credit, and you're paying off your loans, you're paying off your credit card, you're using your credit card in the best ways possible, and you're studying your spending habits, and you're making sure to maintain your credit in the best way possible, then you have access to the financial world. You have access to getting loans. You have access to buying cars. You have access to buying real estate. You have access to so many things. So notice how in the business world that a lot of things correspond with each other. A lot of things involve with each other. There's this thing that involves with that thing, and sales and real estate involve with each other because they collide, and you can become a realtor and actually sell real estate as part of another sales job. Tech and AI infrastructure gets involved with sales as well, to sell tech for clients who need it. And then when you have enough money, when you've accumulated enough money in sales, then you can go on to what is known as a QLA bot, which is mergers and acquisitions, where you can acquire businesses, which I didn't even talk a lot about, by the way, in that episode on Monday, which I'm going to in the next episode. We're going to dive deeper into what specific businesses that are out there that you can actually buy from motivated sellers. And the number one business opportunity that you can buy right now is definitely real estate, though, while it's still available. And it is available to every American who can get involved in the financial world and can get involved in the business world of finances and can create the opportunity for themselves to create generational wealth and create great positive net worth for themselves, you know. Real estate, ladies and gentlemen, is the way to go. My friends, real estate is the way to go, and one of the best ways to go to take advantage of as a fellow American in the business world. So get involved with real estate, folks, as I hope you've learned a great deal about what real estate is in this Trilla Business episode. Thank you, folks. Take care. Bye.